On special occasions, you might be able to see a faint glow on the shadowed side of the moon, watch the moon turn red, or observe the moon blocking the sun. Today, we are going to explore Earthshine, lunar eclipses, and solar eclipses. These are some special phenomena involving the moon, and seeing Earthshine or an eclipse is a unique experience. Have you ever seen a crescent moon shining brightly with a faint outline of the rest of the moon beside it? If so, you are probably seeing Earthshine. Earthshine occurs when the sun's light is reflected off the Earth and onto the moon. From the moon, this light is reflected back to us, here on Earth. The moon has a reflective surface, and that is why we can see it, but Earth's oceans, clouds, and other features can also reflect sunlight into space. To see Earthshine, try viewing a crescent moon on a clear night in an area with limited light pollution. Another interesting phenomenon to observe in the sky is an eclipse. An eclipse occurs when one celestial object moves into the shadow of another celestial object. There are two main types of eclipses, lunar and solar eclipses. We will explore both of these today. During a lunar eclipse, the full moon passes through Earth's shadow, causing the moon to darken. Total, partial, and penumbral are the three types of lunar eclipses. Since the moon's orbit is tilted slightly differently than the Earth's orbit, eclipses occur only on rare occasions when the Earth, moon, and sun line up. The word used to describe this alignment is Syzygy. Let's draw a diagram to better understand how lunar eclipses work. When the sun shines on the Earth creates a shadow. There are two types of shadows. The shadow which is lighter and somewhat fuzzy is called the penumbra, while the dark shadow is called the umbra. A total eclipse occurs when the moon moves into the umbra. Almost everyone on the night side of Earth can see a lunar eclipse when it occurs. When watching a lunar eclipse, at first large chunks of the moon will become black as Earth's shadow moves across the moon. Then, when the moon is completely in the Earth's umbra, totality occurs. Totality is the word for a total eclipse. Sometimes the moon will turn red. The Earth's atmosphere filters out the blue light coming around the Earth, leaving the red light to be reflected off the surface of the moon. It is an amazing sight to see. When totality ends, the process reverses as the moon moves back out of Earth's shadow. A partial lunar eclipse occurs when only a portion of the umbra covers the moon, and a penumbral lunar eclipse happens when only the penumbra falls on the moon. Normally, you will not notice a penumbral lunar eclipse, since the moon is only slightly darker than usual. During a lunar eclipse, the Earth's shadow covers the moon, but during a solar eclipse, the moon's shadow covers part of the surface of the Earth. Although the moon is much smaller than the sun, due to its proximity to the Earth, it appears to be about the same size as the sun. If we were to draw a diagram of a solar eclipse, it would look similar to the lunar eclipse diagram, except this time, the moon would be in the middle. The moon's shadow will also have an umbra and a penumbra. Anyone standing in the umbra will see a total solar eclipse, where the moon completely covers the sun. Anyone in the penumbra will only see a partial solar eclipse. During a total solar eclipse, a new moon will slowly move across the surface of the sun, until only the sun's corona or the edges of the sun are visible. At this point, totality occurs, and the sun's light is almost completely blocked by the moon for about 3 minutes, making it appear to be evening. In this image, you can see how only the sun's corona, or the outer layer of the sun, is visible around the edges of the moon. It is important to remember that if you have an opportunity to view a total or partial solar eclipse, you protect your eyes. The sun's bright light can cause lasting damage to your retinas, so it is important to plan and prepare ahead of time. Special eclipse glasses can be purchased as sunglasses are not strong enough to make looking directly into the sun safe. As mentioned earlier, because the moon's orbit is not on the same plane as the Earth's orbit, lunar and solar eclipses occur at different times every few years. By doing a quick internet search, you can find when and where the next eclipses will take place. Viewing an eclipse is a unique opportunity, so if there's one coming up in your area, try to take the time to enjoy it.
Bingo